G'day folks, Andy here from McDowall Manor. In today's not so exciting adventure, I bought myself a second-hand pressure cooker, and it is a Tefal. Not that I'm doing a pressure cooker review, so actually I won't go and hark on about what kind it is. It's electric. Don't have to put it on the stove top. No chance it'll blow up. Couple of speed settings. It sautés, simmers, browns. Can be used just to keep warm. It'll cook rice. All that good gear. So it happens to be a Tefal minute cook with no E on minute. Anyway, the point of today's little video is Andy's doing a frugal soup. Getting a bit cooler over here. I'll try not to spin you too quick. So what happened was, as you know, I collect and dry my Madagascar beans. They just dry on the countertop here, no dramas, no electricity. I rehydrated 2 handfuls. Now what I want you to see is the bloody size difference. They go back to full size, which is huge. These are terrific beans. So we got the beans out the yard. At Christmas, I happened to acquire a whole lot of ham on the bone at half price. So I bought a heap of said ham on the bone and cut it up and shoved it in the freezer. So what we're making is bean and ham soup. Andy's frugal rendition of pea and ham soup. So we've also got not much else. It's an easy one, this one. You could do it a lot more fancy, folks, you know that. This is my frugal, cheap, easy version. So we're going to add some salt, we're going to peel and dice that potato and onion. Throw it in with some water, let it cook for a little while, and the beauty of these Fandangle pressure cookers is I reckon that's going to cook in about 6 minutes. Alright, so let's prepare the ingredients with the peel and chop of those said vegetables. Okay, so there it is, chopped. Now there is a saute function on this little baby, which is right there. I could throw a little bit of butter in and saute those onions and the potatoes, but hey, I'm not going to, because I want this to be quick and easy. So we're just going to throw all our ingredients in with a bit of salt. And we're going to cook it for 6 minutes, folks. Let's see what happens. Thought I'd better mention, yes folks, I did dice the ham, and what I'm about to do is add a couple of cups of water to that. I think I probably want to just cover it. Should be a nice amount. Remember, you don't lose a lot of liquid in a pressure cooker. There you go. Hopefully you can see the water. Not covered all of it. Comes up to about there. So how much salt? I added about a teaspoon. Ham tends to be a bit salty by nature, and the onion kind of substitutes for salt. So, and if it's not enough, you know what, we'll add some towards the end, hey? There you go, 6 minutes on high pressure setting, and away we go. Now bear in mind, I've never used a pressure cooker. Well, I've kind of adapted. I've looked through the recipe book and I've adapted what I do with my normal one on the stove top, and hopefully this will work, folks. What happens is it gets itself up to speed. That's why you got that flashing light there, and then away it goes. Alright, so she started counting down now. First thing I noticed, geez, it took a good, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes for it to get up to speed. So I guess it's not a drama. I'm not exactly hanging around watching the bloody thing. Oh, there's my bananas that I grew in the background there. Not exactly having to hang around, so I just turned it on and went and did a whole lot of chores. So you can see it's finished. It's switched over to the keep warm mode. I can let it over half an hour, get rid of the steam itself, or up on top there is a little valve which I can flick like that, and that releases the steam. Ooh, that's exciting. I don't know if you can see it. You flick it all the way over and it stays on. Wow, don't put your face over that one. Eventually it gave a little click, which I think is the sign that tells me the lid is now ready to be unlocked. So that's what you're looking at. I have tasted it. I think it needs a bit more salt. Doesn't look like the world's most attractive soup. Now I have to tell you, probably the beans are the bloody highlight. They're soft, they're just beautiful. Just letting them cool down. Now, final note, I thought of what needed to go in. Some barley. I should have soaked some barley overnight. That would have made a bit like a Scotch broth, only it would have been done with ham, obviously, instead of lamb, which I reckon would have been a winner. Never one to be beaten. Andy says, shit, hang on a minute. We're using a pressure cooker, you dill. So I'm going to empty the soup out into a bowl, and then I'm going to cook the barley separately in the pressure cooker and re-add the two. Rightio, there's a cup, a bit more than a cup, but not a lot more, maybe a cup and a quarter of barley. I'm going to rinse that. Just quickly pulled the solids out. Haven't worried too much. If there's some still in there, so be it. Now I'm going to tip the barley in there, and we're going to reset this little baby for 15 minutes, and then the barley will be cooked. There we go. So remember, in traditional cooking, that barley should have been soaked overnight. I have a theory this baby's going to cook it from scratch. So we'll give it 16 minutes. I'll test it. If it's not soft enough, I'll give it a few more minutes. So at the 15-minute mark, I've tested that. It was certainly cooked, but it's not as soft as I want. So I'm going to give it another 15 minutes. So just remember, this is really me mucking around with a recipe. And the beauty of the pressure cooker is that it's letting me do it relatively easily, which is not what would have happened, let me assure you, if I was trying to cook barley on the damn stove. The other beauty is I'm learning to use the pressure cooker, which was my aim, and I don't have to hang around. So I'm about to go over and take my old mum out shopping. Well, that's interesting. I've just got home. What's interesting is the steam releases over a 30-minute period, which is pretty good. Okay, so that's what I wanted to see. It's thickened up. That barley is as soft can be. Oh, how good is that? All I've got to do now is recombine the ingredients and we have ourselves a beautiful soup. And there's our end product. So a little bit of mucking around, inventing a recipe on the fly. I may have tasted it and it may be absolutely bloody brilliant. So I'll definitely be doing this little number again. Great use for the beans. My cheap ham went in to give us a flavour. The rest of the ingredients are cheap as chips, and it's made one of the best soups I've had for a bloody long time. Alright, you have a good one.